the Boston Marathon.
This sporting event can be seen as a religious experience for the over 30,000 runners who make the 26.2-mile journey from Hopkinton to Boston each year. The idea of a marathon is believed to have originated in the town of Marathon, Greece. This was the site of a battle in 490 BCE in which the Persian army was defeated by a much smaller Athenian force. Supposedly, a messenger ran all the way from Marathon to Athens without taking any breaks to walk. Upon his arrival in Athens, just before collapsing, he announced that, "We have won!" The name Marathon was then given to a running competition at the Olympic Games. The Boston Marathon, however, is more than just a 26.2-mile race. It is a quintessential example of a modern religious pilgrimage. The idea of a pilgrimage dates back through the history of nearly every major religion, including Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism. Jerusalem is a sacred place for many religions, just as the streets that connect Hopkinton to Boston are a sacred place for marathon runners. A pilgrimage can be defined as a journey, especially a long one, made to some sacred place as an act of religious devotion. It is a difficult yet deeply satisfying journey with unexpected rewards. Typically, in a pilgrimage, individuals travel to a location, or a sacred place, that is of importance to one's beliefs and faith. The term sacred place is used to describe the connection that individuals have to certain areas in which they feel a closer connection to what they believe in. Therefore, the Boston Marathon can be viewed as a type of pilgrimage because all the runners gather in the same place each year and encourage each other to finish the race. As Catherine Switzer once said, "I often say I don't know who this guy is over here. This person is a different race than me. She doesn't speak my language, and I don't know what her orientation is. But at the end of the day, we're sweating together and we're going to hug each other at the finish line, and I will trust them with my life." Many find that regardless of placing in time, finishing a marathon is a physical feat that not just anyone can achieve without a high level of discipline. This is what makes those athletes gifted. Being a gifted athlete is not something that is determined at birth. Instead, one must work to achieve this status. Deep practice is thought to be the most important aspect of whether or not one will grow to be a successful athlete. The combination of repeated practice and the will to learn through failures are arguably the two most important determinants of success, not the institutions in which people are placed. Passed in 1972, Title IX was designed to create equal opportunity for men and women in sports. It states that no person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Although there have been many steps taken to create more opportunity for women in sports, one thing that creates a barrier to entry in a sport is the lack of strong female role models in the media. For Catherine Switzer, the first woman to enter and run the Boston Marathon, she runs the race to empower other women to participate in the race and sports in general. This can also be viewed as an example of gift exchange. A gift economy is a mode of exchange within a community in which valuables are given without an actual agreement for rewards in exchange. During the 1967 Boston Marathon, Catherine Switzer wondered why other women weren't running. She realized that it was because they didn't have the same opportunities. She wanted to change that. Catherine Switzer once said that she feels a sense of contentment to be able to pass the torch to the next generation of very passionate women who are going to make great social and positive change. Another aspect of the Boston Marathon, which can be thought of as a religious element, is the fact that it is held on Patriots' Day each year. Patriots' Day is a public holiday that commemorates the battles of Concord and Lexington in 1775. Similar to how Christians celebrate Christmas on the same date each year, nearly all religions have religious festivals, which is a time of special importance that is marked by adherence to that religion. Religious festivals are commonly celebrated on recurring cycles in either a calendar or lunar year. Hundreds of very different religious festivals are held around the world each year, and a religious festival is about celebrating something that is special to that religion. For those who participate in the Boston Marathon, they are celebrating their athletic accomplishments and ability to finish a race that most people cannot.